In the evening, inclement weather hit the
Extreme storms and rain have hit Mecca, Saudi Arabia, which is home to the holiest places in Islam. These weather conditions have hurt pilgrims, shut down schools, and made things very chaotic. There were videos online on Tuesday of travelers doing the tawaf, circling the Kaaba, and getting wet and slipping on the floor as heavy rains shook things around. A rare event was happening at the huge black cube that all Muslims pray towards. At the same time, another video showed a lightning strike hitting the famous Fairmont Mecca Clock Royal Tower Hotel, lighting up the night sky on Tuesday. Hussein Al-Qahtani, a spokeswoman for the National Center for Meteorology, wrote on X, the social media site that used to be called Twitter, that the storm had winds of more than 80 kilometers per hour, 50 miles per hour. Al-Qahtani said that it rained 45 millimeters, 1.8 inches, in 24 hours in the Al-Qaqiya area of Mecca. Online videos also showed some parts of Mecca having light water that made people take cover and stop their cars. Conditions looked a lot like the storm in 2015 that knocked down a crane at the Grand Mosque, also known as Masjid al-Haram, which is the mosque that surrounds the Kaaba, and killed over 100 people and hurt hundreds more. The Saudi government said that Tuesday's rains did not cause any deaths or major problems. Residents said that most of the flash floods had gone away by Wednesday morning, but the situation could still be dangerous. The Weather Center said that more storms would hit Mecca and other parts of western Saudi Arabia on Wednesday, bringing rain, wind, and thunder. 6 people were killed in central Tuscany when Storm Ciarán hit after making things very dangerous in Western Europe. 6 people died on Friday when it rained so hard that rivers burst their banks and flooded towns and villages from the city of Livorno on the coast to the valley of Mugello in the middle of the country. Eugenio Gianni, the governor of Tuscany, said this. Italian news source ANSA says that 2 elderly people from Prato, which is north of Florence, were among the dead. Another person died in Albania when they lost control of their car. This brings the total number of deaths from the storm to 14 across Europe. Civil protection officials in Italy said that 200 millimeters, almost 8 inches of rain fell in 3 hours on Friday. Gianni said it was the wettest weather ever seen in the past 100 years. Gianni told the Italian news station Sky TG24 there was a wave of water bombs that had never happened before. Scientists studying climate say that changes made by humans have caused storms like Ciarán to have heavier rain, which often causes more harm. If things are different than they were 20 years ago, everyone can see it. Nello Musumeci, the Minister for Public Protection for the government, told the Italian news station Sky TG24. He said that Italy's weather systems have become more tropical. At one point, people were afraid that the river Arno would flood Florence, but the high water point passed without any big problems. A series of tragedies in the Himalayas have killed many people. The latest one, a landslip in the North Indian mountains, washed away several buildings. In the Kulu region of Himachal Pradesh state, there was a landslip on Thursday. No one was hurt because people had been moved out of the area because it was dangerous, according to officials. The state's chief minister, Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu, wrote on the social media site X, formerly known as Twitter. The administration had identified the risk and successfully evacuated the building 2 days prior. He was talking about what he called a massive commercial building. He put up a video of the building falling down during the landslip. On TV, scenes showed houses on a hillside falling down, along with trees and other things. 8 buildings were completely damaged and 2 others were partially damaged, said Praveen Bhardwaj, who works for the state's Disaster Management Office. More than 50 people have died in landslides in Himachal Pradesh this month. Houses have been destroyed, and buses and cars are now hanging off the edge of cliffs after roads gave way. The state's emergency management authority says that since June, cloudbursts, landslides, floods, and other weather-related accidents have killed at least 361 people and hurt 342 others. News stories say that about 40 people are still missing. In the past few weeks, the state has had a lot of rain, which has blocked hundreds of roads. Several videos on social media show buildings falling apart very quickly. In India, the strong monsoon rains that happened from June to September have killed dozens of people in the past few months. In recent years, flash storms have killed many people in the mountains of India, Pakistan, and Nepal, which are all close by. The government is increasingly blaming climate change. If you liked what you saw, please click the subscribe button before you leave.